All right, welcome back to the channel. It's been a little bit. I've been in Mexico, but I am back and refreshed, ready to roll. So we're gonna get right into it with the stock market update. It's gonna be short and sweet because not a whole lot happened. I got the NASDAQ pulled up here. We're doing fine. We zoom out. I mean, pretty unbelievable trend we are in right here. And the title of this video is, Are We Running Out of Steam? So I'm looking at the markets a few hours each day in the morning and at close. And just, I have a sense that we're kind of running out of steam. We need another catalyst. But you zoom out and you say, what are you talking about? Look at this trend. Very nice. Very, very nice. Same thing with the S&P. Gosh, that is so steep and so tight, no pullbacks in sight. So I'm not bearish. I'm almost fully invested. I'm going to have a portfolio reveal update coming up here soon, so check that video out. But I'm really hoping for a little bit of a pullback, something like we had right here in July of last year. So that's what I'm hoping for, so I can deploy some of the cash that I have. I'm about 25% cash right now. I don't have any hedges on. I was selling covered calls on Tesla and Enphase. Actually, I do have an Enphase covered call on. But other than that, I did de-risk a little bit more crypto over the last week or so. I want to buy some more Bitcoin if we can get under 60K again. That's the goal. But other than that, same old. Market goes up. But let's get into some news. There were a few things, not a whole lot, but there were a few things. So over the past week, when I was in Mexico, Google and Apple announced an AI partnership. So it looks like Apple is going to use Google Gemini and also some of Google's data to help and have Google help Apple build out some of their AI products. So I think that's great. You know, again, both these companies are kind of disliked right now because they're not pumping out any AI products. So it is a little interesting that they're partnering together because they could be competitors, but at the same time, I think they're going to make some good stuff together. Both these companies aren't going anywhere. These are the two newest companies that I purchased, and it's just ironic that they're partnering up. And then today, Amazon is investing, I believe, $2.5 billion into Anthropic, an additional $2.5 billion into Anthropic, which is a AI company competitor to OpenAI. Amazon has already invested into them, and a few other. I think Google also has a piece. And Sam Bankman-Fried from FTX was a long time investor in Anthropic, and ironically, that little investment that they had on FTX books increased so much that it helped pay back. It's going to help pay back some of the people that got burned in the FTX scam. So pretty interesting stuff there. But Amazon, I'm telling you, this is the sleeping giant. We're heading over $200, and I'm super stoked. I did buy some more Amazon yesterday. I have about one more third that I want to purchase in one of my accounts with Amazon. I just want a little bit of a pullback. We're not quite getting it. Let's take a look at Amazon. Because my cost basis is around 130. I want to get that. I want to keep my cost basis low, but if I have to average up, that's fine. But to me, I think we're going over $200. But we will talk about Amazon on another day. So that was the news on Amazon. Other than that, we had the Fed last week. Fed had their meeting. They left rates unchanged. Not a whole lot to say there. They did acknowledge that getting inflation to 2% is going to be sticky, and that 2% is the goal. They kind of made some comments saying that they may change their goal to 3 or 4%. But they're seeing oil prices rise, the stock market at all-time highs, wages not coming down, jobs are strong, so the economy is doing good. People have money, people are spending, and prices continue to rise at a rate that they are not pleased with. but it's better than it was in the past. So the inflation story is not, it's going to ebb and flow. It's going to be hotter some months, some quarters, and cooler in other months. But I can guarantee the price of a home 10 years from now is going to be more than it is today. And the price of assets 10 years from now is going to be more than today. Your price of eggs is going to be more 10 years from now than today. And that is because your dollar will be worth less 10 years from now than it is today. So take your dollars and put it into assets that appreciate, and don't hold currencies for a long period of time that depreciates, because there's no real value. They just print money, sell bonds, print money, sell bonds, print money, sell bonds. So you know how I feel about the Fed, but they didn't really say anything last week that's new. We are seeing oil prices rise, and cocoa prices are going nuts. So buy those chocolate bunnies for Easter. But oil, to me, looks like it wants to get back in the 90s. The U.S. did say that they were going to refill their strategic petroleum reserves by the end of the year. So there is a large force buyer in the market to refill those reserves. And also, OPEC has continued to cut production of oil. So supply and demand there. Looks to me like oil prices will continue to rise, and we have busy travel months coming up with summer, so be prepared to pay at the pump. There was one more thing on here. Oh yeah, so because of all those things I just mentioned with the Fed and inflation and oil, we're starting to see inflation expectations rise again, and the Fed said that they still plan to cut next, but they're probably going to delay that and cut. The market was planning on 6 rate cuts, which to me, from what I've understood and seen with the Fed, they don't cut incrementally. They cut in big chunks because there's some big problem that they have to deal with. So again, the market's going to continue to rise until we run into a mini catastrophe or a mini disaster. And then that's when the Fed will say, okay, now we need to loosen monetary policy. We're going to cut rates by 1% or 2%. It's not going to be, we're going to cut rates by 0.25%. They're going to cut in big chunks when something bad happens. When that happens, what that'll be, who knows? I'll tell you when it happens. So that is the market news. And it's good to be back. Short one this week. I'll be releasing some new videos. There's some cool stuff coming out with Tesla. I'm really excited about Tesla. I'm really excited about Amazon. So stay tuned to that. If you like this video, hit the like button. We've got a lot more new subscribers, and I appreciate you guys. Share this with someone that you like. Just know I'm never going to sell you anything. I'm never going to promote anything. I'm just here to give my opinion and hopefully spread some knowledge so we can all have happier, healthier, wealthier lives. So that's all I got for you guys today. Have a great day. Peace out.